Hi friends, it's Amy. Welcome to my bookish life. This is going to be the vlog for days 7 and 8 of Ketchupathon. So let's get to it. All right, so I just wanted to pop on here and give a little bit of an update. I have switched locations. About 1:30, I got here to my friends Leah and Barry's, and I have two dogs now. I have Beans and Mikey, and you have met Beans and Mikey if you've been around this channel for a while. During spring break, I was here for part of my spring break vlogs. I just wanted to let you know that I was not in the same place anymore. So I am now here with Beans and Mikey, and we are chilling, and I'm looking forward to getting some reading in. All right, so sitting on the floor because I think I have the best light here. But my Secret Life of Flora Lee is holding up my camera right now. But I have really been enjoying this. It is just, it's World War II, so there's so much anger and anxiety and fear going on. They're constantly turning around and finding out that somebody else has been taken by the war, and it's just heartbreaking and harrowing when you're in the 1940s timeline. And also, of course, you know that what is coming is the disappearance of Flora, and I don't know. It just it's very suspenseful. I love how it just kind of takes you along with it on this journey, and it's just going so well, and I'm so enjoying it. I'm also listening. I listened on the way here to The Last One at the Wedding by Jason Recollect, and I wasn't going to count this because I am borrowing this from a friend from book club. However, if I can finish this and get it back to her, then it'll be another book of the month club book off of my shelf, right? So that still counts. And I have book club on Thursday, which reminds me I do have another book that I need to read by Thursday that is not book of the month. It's fine. I'll do it. But I have just kind of been listening to this. It's divided into, I think, 5 parts. And I am on part 3, the rehearsal. And it starts with the main character. The narrator is Frank, and he gets a call from his daughter Maggie, who he hasn't talked to in 3 years, saying that she has met somebody. He's an artist. They're getting married, and he's like, oh, an artist. He can support you financially. Come to find out, he's from one of the wealthiest families, like, in the world, you know? So that's not a problem. However, because this family is so wealthy, they kind of also think they can get away with some stuff. And one day before the wedding comes, Frank gets Frank gets an envelope in the mail from where this family is from with a picture of the fiance and some girl that he doesn't know. And it says, where is, what's her name? It's Diane something. Diane. I can't remember her name. So he calls his daughter right away, and he was like, dude, what is this? And so the family of this missing girl is convinced that Maggie, his daughter's fiance, has something to do with the disappearance of their daughter. All signs point to he's got a decent explanation as to where he was and why he wasn't there. So I don't know. It's kind of it's crazy and super suspenseful as well. So I just kind of keep going back and forth. When my eyes get tired, then I pick this up and start listening, and then I go back to The Secret Book of Flora Lee, and I am really liking both of these books. I don't know. This just feels crazy cakes, you know? Like it's going off the rails. It's going off the rails fast. And Frank drives the bejeepers out of me. I do not like the main character at all. He's so judgy, and he's one of those people that pretends that he's being kind, being nice, or probably even thinks that he's being kind, being nice, but really he's just making everybody else's lives miserable. And I don't know. Like I don't trust him almost as a narrator. I think we're supposed to trust him. Like he's just your run of the mill UPS driver. I mean, there's nothing crazy about that, but I don't know. It is Sunday, which is day 8 of Ketchupathon. I was looking at my footage from last night and yesterday, and my wrap-up footage was junk. And I never actually started the vlog yesterday. I don't remember what I said in my last update that was good. So I'll just talk about my Booktube recs from yesterday. My Booktuber Shoutouts were Books and Heather. She does a battleship themed TBR game, which is really fun to watch. I mean, just a really great channel to watch. And then the Bookish Knitter was my second shout out yesterday, and she is from Canada, and I just really like listening to her talk about her books. She's so enthusiastic about what she's reading, and she reads a lot of category romance and cozy mysteries, which I love cozy mysteries, and I love I love hearing, honestly, the plots of romance books. I think they're so fun, but I don't read a ton of category romance. Bless you. She posts almost every day, just a short kind of video update. She misses a couple days here and there, but for the most part, she is just a very enthusiastic booktuber, and I really enjoy watching her videos, as well as seeing projects that she's worked on and things like that. So those are my 2 booktube recommendations for yesterday. In terms of how much I read yesterday, I started listening to The Last One at the Wedding. I had started it before, and I wasn't too far, so I did go back a little bit. So I'm on page 202, but I would say that I read at least 100 pages. So I don't think I was 100 pages. I really don't think I was 100 pages in. I was probably 50 pages in. I think I was here, to be completely honest. So I am on page 202 of this, part 3. I still don't like the narrator. He is so judgmental of everything. And I think yesterday I said in my earlier check-in that he's one of those people that says and does things in the guise of, or in the intention of being helpful, but is not helpful at all. And I stand by that. But also, you can tell that he loves his daughter. One thing that I don't understand, like, he wants his daughter to be like a good person and things like that, but when she does things that are like really good, he like tells her not to, that she shouldn't have, and things like that. Like, I don't know. There is a foster daughter. His sister is a foster mom, and she ends up bringing her foster daughter along to the wedding, which causes all kinds of irritations for Frank. I mean, his outer dialogue towards his sister and towards the foster daughter make him sound like an idiot and a mean person. But then you get his inner dialogue and you're like, he sounds like a monster. Like a heartless person, you know? You're back. Hello. How are you? Are you good? Are you still afraid of my book? I'll put it away. There you go. Oh no, that's my coffee. You can't have it. I'm sorry. I'm so mean. The Secret Book of Flora Lee, I have about 100 pages left. My goal is to finish it today. I don't know if I will. I get to sing at church this morning, and then I'm going to be back here, and then I'm going to read. So that's the gist of what I said last night in my final check-in. So I will check in later with more from day 8. Okay, I just finished The Last One at the Wedding by Jason Rekulek. I can't even, like, this book was crazy. Crazy. I appreciate how much it wrapped everything up fairly well. There were some, like, bits and pieces that I was like, that wrapped up a little bit too quickly, too well. There's a couple characters that I'm like, I want to know more about what happened to that character. But I really enjoyed it. I would say this is a solid 4-star book. Definitely would recommend it. It's solid page turning book. In terms of like the audio though, I liked the audio for the most part. I did have a little bit of an issue with the male narrators' female voices. They were kind of mousy, and you know, I think it's difficult though. I think it's difficult. It's not always perfect. So it's definitely not something that I would say is a huge problem. It was just something that I noticed when I was listening to it. I was like, so yeah. I know at some point I said that I didn't like Frank. He was kind of annoying and he was very judgy. I saw a lot of like change in that. I think he really kind of saw himself in a lot of situations. So Frank grew on me more. In other words, Frank grew on me, but it was a humdinger. It was a humdinger. So I am about 50 pages. I have about 50 pages left of The Secret Book of Flora Lee. Secret Book of Flora Lee. So I am going to be working on this. I am currently watching Krista sprints on her channel. And yeah, so it's just a reading day. The doggos and I have been going outside, coming inside, going outside, coming inside. So really the only breaks I'm taking are to take the dogs outside. But yeah, so they've been cuddly and fun. So it's been a good day. So I will probably check back in that. If I finish this, I will definitely check back in with that. Otherwise, I will just come back on to say goodbye. Okay. I just finished The Secret Life. Nope. I just finished The Secret Book of Flora Lee by Patty Callahan Henry, and I loved this. It is gorgeously written. The descriptions are beautiful. The research into historical events is spot on, delightful, and so intriguing. So many rabbit holes I just wanted to dive deep into with this book. Did I think that some of the stuff was wrapped up a little too quickly? Maybe, but was it exactly what I wanted and what I needed at this exact moment? 100%. 5 stars. 5 stars. Loved it. Loved it so much. So good and so bookish and so delightful, and I just it was so good. It was so good. So today I finished 2 books. The last one, At the Wedding by Jason Recollect, and The Secret Book of Flora Lee by Patty Callahan Henry. I started Black Beauty, which is the theme for my next silent book club is non-human characters, and Black Beauty is narrated by the horse. So I decided to read that for book club because that's this Sunday. I also need to start The Thief of Always, which book club is this Thursday. So I have a lot of mandatory reads coming up, but I'm going to be starting Murder Road and or How to End a Love Story, because they were those two were ones that I absolutely wanted to get to. So my plan is hopefully to start one of those. I will be able to submit The Secret Book of Flora Lee for Deca TBR-a-thon, which that's very exciting. I'll have to pick a new card. I don't know. It's late. I want to go to bed. So I got so much reading done today. It was delightful. It was a wonderful day. I hope that your reading day was as great as mine. Let me know how your July is going. Let me know how your Ketchupathon is going. Let me know how your week is going. If you want to let me know that you are here, you don't necessarily want to say anything, go ahead and leave let's just do a movie emoji, because, you know, Ketchupathon is movie themed this year. So let's do that. Commenting, liking, and subscribing really help my channel grow, and I so appreciate you for doing that. I hope you're finding something wonderful to read, and until next time, happy reading. Bye. Mikey. Mikey. Is that your name? Do you hear your name? Mikey.